My colleagues are Catherine Granger, our CEO, and David McTaggart. We are all lean specialists. As part of the project, we are working with a number of key individuals from the site, and together we form the Lean project team. Our task is to apply lean techniques to improve service levels and profitability. Within the facility, there are no clear flows discernible or visual management, and it is clear that 5S has not been implemented. What is clear is that some form of lean initiative has been started, as equipment to facilitate material handling is on site, and in the offices posters are visible that suggest that lean training has taken place. I can only assume that the initiative failed. Lean is an incremental continuous improvement philosophy, and within the 16 weeks we are looking to demonstrate the benefits by sub-optimizing part of the operation. We will cover what has been termed as Lean Light for the Oraton Group, covering waste, flow and employee participation. A full implementation of Lean would include all the 5 principles defined by WOMAC, such as specify value as seen by the ultimate customer, identify the value stream, create value flow, use pull mechanism to support flow in the value stream, and the pursuit for perfection. We will concentrate only on the second and third to show some of the benefits of applying Lean. The Oraton Group was chosen as it represents 49% by revenue, 62% by profitability and 37% by labour of the warehouse's output. The P&P activity has been focused on as we expect it to be the largest single usage of labour in the warehouse. Inside the mountain, I see fire burning the tree. Our plan is to implement the following. 1. 5S, as it is a good activity which involves all employees. 2. A pilot for online Oraton orders to test the water. Having seen the initiative, we want to see what barriers exist to change. 3. A seasonal and replenishment pilot, as this is the area where we see the greatest potential for savings in the Oraton Group. 4. All pilots will, if successful, be rolled out to include the remainder of the Oraton Group. 5. Assess the white collar requirement and capacity level. The online process before the changes involved dealing with all the previous day's orders in one batch, with typically 3 bulk picks to gather the items and multiple handoffs between the individuals performing different operations during the process, and no designated layout. We got too close to the flame, calling out Father, hold fast and we will. The revised process involves an individual dealing with a small number of orders, typically 4, from the start picking the item to the finish of the process packing the item in a cellular layout where each step in the 4-step process has its defined workstation and all the equipment required to complete the process is available. The introduction of a huddle board aids visual management and allows all involved to understand the status of the operation at a glance. The change involved training the operators in all the process steps, and after several days running the new process was the subject of an Ishikawa exercise with the team to identify any further waste and other impediments to flow. The seasonal process before the change involved dealing with a set of customer orders as defined by a shipment and typically splitting this into 3 bulk picks and then a number of order-based picks. During the P&P activity, the methodology was to pick from the racks into an intermediate carton, then transfer these items on an order-by-order basis to a second intermediate carton, and finally transfer again into the shipment cartons. The packing was done in a batch operation with all the cartons being made first and a team leader directing operators as to which item went into which order. There was no defined layout and operational areas were created each time based on the space available. The revised process splits up the order into a series of orders with similar constituents. The picks are done on this basis and the items are placed in pigeonholes within a trolley and transported to a packing line. This does away with the need for one of the intermediate cartons as the items retain their identity within the trolley system. The trolley presents the items to the packer on the packing line and a production line methodology is employed with dedicated stations for each operation. Each order is packed by an individual operator and presented for inspection at the end of the line prior to carton sealing.
So what I'd like to do today is I'd like to introduce some of the basic concepts of lean, and I would like to do it by playing a game, and then we can go back to the content of the training.
From an operational perspective, we have provided lean training to a number of the facilities personnel and are in the process of training the lean team to a higher level in 5S, Ishikawa diagrams, 5Ys, SIPOC and other lean techniques which should enable them to continue our work. Tactically, as stated earlier, our plan is to address the second and third of Womack's 5 principles only in the P&P area of the Oraton Group value stream, demonstrating the value of lean and providing training on those lean techniques that are applicable to that activity. Other areas of the value stream, such as inbound, Womack's first and fourth principles of specify value as seen by the ultimate customer, and use pull mechanisms to support flow in the value stream respectively, cannot be addressed in a 16-week time frame. At this point in time, we have concerns as to the level of ability on site to lead this activity after the 16 weeks.